I think the best example to give you is that the likes of suits as a representation of lawyers is not what you get here in Kenya. The best representation is via Mahakamani. My name is Valerie Karuwa Wabungo. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya and I've been practicing for 2 years now. I went to Strathmore University Law School. You know, you graduate from high school and the top 3 careers includes law. So if you're not going to be a doctor, if you're not going to be a banker or an architect, then law is the next best thing, right? KCSE results came out with a B+. So my mom rushed me, told me, you know, do what you need to do, apply to law school in UON. I couldn't find the UON campus. So I told her, you know what, I can't find this campus, I'm going to Strathmore. And I bumped into the dean there and he told me, your grades are up to par, apply. And that's how I got into Strathmore, studying law. Strathmore really changed the way of learning in terms of how we interact with the lecturers, students, and also just like the curriculum in general was very refreshing for me. Then you get into Kenya School of Law, and then you're taken back down to reality, because then Kenya School of Law is an interaction of all legal universities into one room, studying together to be practitioners, right? And so then after Kenya School of Law, then you're really starting from the gutter, making your way up. And so then the expectation, you kind of have to manage your expectation. I think the challenges in KSL are one that can either make or break you. And so a lot of the things that I've learned is that when you finish campus, you need to make that decision of whether you want to do KSL for a reason or not. And it's okay if you don't want to do KSL, because there's so much to do with your degree that you don't have to practice law. Don't come in expecting to be Harvey Specter. Like, just, you know, humble down, humble yourself, and remember Vyaja Mahakamani, and then work your way up from there. I think the other challenge is just even the job market. You know, law in Kenya is so saturated. We're so many. So trying to find your niche in the market, trying to find where you fit in during the first 2 years of your career is very difficult. My turning point was when we were doing a lot of community work while in campus. And you know, you see the impact that your studies has to the people on the grassroots for me. And that was what just triggered me into sticking with this career and looking at it at a different perspective. Because then there's that direct impact that you have, you know, for someone who does not understand the law, for you to like break it down for them in a way that they understand, and it elevates them from point A to point B. That's been my goal. I've had the opportunity to be a student, and after that I had the opportunity to be a graduate assistant, which is kind of like an assistant teacher, right? And then I've had an opportunity to work with individuals that need legal services, and then finally the opportunity to work with underdeserved people in communities that require legal assistance. Like, do what you can today for whoever you can do to the best of your ability, because you never know how that would help them tomorrow. I want to be remembered as someone who helped, and hopefully that would be enough for them. That would be what they need to get to where they need to go. So for those of you who are starting law school, don't be scared. It's a very different environment you're getting into, but it's also a very exciting one. You'll learn a lot, do everything. The worst that could happen is you being told no. I think remembering these small moments of ahas that people have when I share some knowledge that I have learned with them really grounds me and really reminds me of the reason why I do what I do. And also they get this green eyes at the end of the day, like light bulb moment that you're just like, wow, I helped someone achieve that. And for me, that's sufficient. That's enough. Yeah.